Hello again. My, it's been some time since we last spoke. 3 whole months. I can't fully blame you. Our last tale had hardly been seen by any. That means an exclamation is in order. Unfortunately, the tale of Eris Stormborough has already been told, and I don't feel like repeating myself. Thank you. Now, I believe I have stalled enough. So to compensate, I shall give you a double feature.
Okay, it was very flawed. No, it was terrible, hands down. What? It's very rude. You can't just reject it. It was a very nice thing that someone did. Look, there were several flaws with the video. For one, the audio quality was terrible, and two, the voice direction was not what I wanted. So, I don't know what to say. Those were some valid criticisms, but it's very rude to say, you know. Look, it's not rude if she doesn't hear it. Oh. I may have messed up. Hey my guys, gals, and goobs. It's me, the guy that totally didn't look bald in that previous segment. Me, Nate, just Nate. Before we begin, I just want to say this video took me nearly a year to make. I worked on this last year, now this year. It's only been a few days and I fear for my life. Anyway, we get into this episode, and I want to say that this is going to be good. I think you are gonna love it. But I don't know what I was about to say. With all the introduction out of the way and the more questionable bits that I probably regret, maybe, I just want to say that 600 subs is coming soon. So the 600 sub special is going to be tagged on to one of the videos lazily, so I can say I have a 600 subscriber special. Fun. With all that said, please enjoy the following program. And subscribe, of course. Enjoy.
Hello again. Bye, it's been some time since we last spoke. 4 whole months. I can't fully blame you. Our last tale have been hardly seen by any. That means that some exclamation is in order. Fortunately, the tale of Eris Stormborough has already been told, and I don't feel like repeating myself, thank you. Now I believe I have stalled enough. So to compensate, I shall give you a double feature. 2 more stories, just in case I don't see you in a while again. Let us not waste any precious time further and delve into our 2 subjects. These are the stories of Nanaki Red Stormborough and Barrett Barry Grimace. These 2 are the most physically altered from that fateful day aboard the marvelous Unity 1. Unlike our previous subjects, they weren't reflecting on how they got here. Why would they? Barry had done that enough times in the past, while Red doesn't feel like he has to. While this lack of introspection is within their character, it does mean that I don't have an excuse to delve into their past like the last 2. Focusing on them in the present is honestly a waste in this instance. Oh well, might as well discuss their lives like the other stories. Let's start with Red first, otherwise known as the Red Torch. Not to be confused with the American Torch. This character has similar abilities, but with a twist. But when he goes beast on, he turns to a lion-esque creature ablaze with fire their body can somehow withstand. This creature is a Sentra, the focal point of our last story. When Professor Hojo Perkins, aka Psycho Shinra, thought that the Stormborough family had Sentra powers inside them, he was only half right. It was Aerith's mother who had the powers, not the father. The powers never went to Aerith, but it went to Nanaki. She secretly had the kid, claimed she lost it to a miscarriage, and gave it to an archaeologist named Max Buchenhagen. Due to his age, Red has referred to him as his grandfather. His guardian would teach him many things about mechanics. Johnny wasn't a typical genius, but he did become a skilled inventor thanks to his grandfather's lessons. He was quite drawn to cars in particular, further strengthening his love of inventing. Later, Nanaki was captured by Psycho Shinra, who tried to study the Shinra power within him. However, the powers were dormant. It was here where he first met his secret half-sister Aerith. They escaped together, where he would later be approached by Cloud Richards with a job proposal. After getting a job at the Wu Tai building and proving his worth, he would become the lab partner of Cloud Richards. It may have helped that his half-sister had convinced him, for she was now his wife. Regardless, while he was quite skilled, his demeanor seemed to betray his youthfulness. He had a laid-back attitude, akin to a 15 or 16-year-old adolescent. He did portray some air of professionalism by deepening his voice to sound older than he was. He was somewhere in his 20s, but he wanted to sound much older than that. Still, Cloud Richards trusted him quite a lot, so much so that he accompanied the Doctor on the space project in Nibble, Latveria. He felt like there was something out there waiting for him. He had a sense of adventure since he was a child. He trained extensively to join the mission. Of course, that would be the journey to forever change his life. After his encounter with the cosmic rays, his Sentra genes activated, causing his body to gain the ability to morph into a lion-esque creature. He also gained pyrokinesis, the ability to control fire, gained from the magical element of the rays. More specifically, he acquired the power to shoot fire, turned his entire body into fire at will. He became this way because he was always hot-headed. His powers manifested as such. As an allusion to the American torch, he donned the nickname of the Red Torch. Alright, one down, one to go. Oh, and in case you're wondering why these abductions are never mentioned by these people during the time before they became super, it's simple. Aerith had merely repressed it, and Nanaki was never believed due to his informal retelling. Also, the scientists behind the operation made sure that the proper authorities never investigated these abductions through extensive coercion campaigns and falsified information. It was a difficult task to achieve. The two's lack of major connections and the group's diligent cover-up efforts made the plan come to fruition. It's complicated, but still a point that needs to be addressed in case somebody mentions that plot hole. I doubt anyone will. No one says a word below my tales. They hardly do. And when it does come, it's hardly worthwhile. Just for once. I'd like to feel like I'm not talking into the void. Just once. Please. Converse. Well, with that done with, it's time to look at Barrett Grimace. Let's turn back to his past, a deep dive of himself in the flesh. Well, at least back when you could say that about him. As a young man, Barry pursued a life that was a far cry from the hero he was now. He was the leader of the Yangtze street gang, succeeding the role from his brother Daniel. It wasn't a large group, by any means, but it did attract attention. For better and, most unfortunately, for worse. Crime is a terrible affair, but Barry never felt that fully until a very tragic incident. His life changed when his brother was gunned down by a rival gang. He was there to witness it, by the cliff's edge where it occurred. He tried to save the tattered Daniel from falling off the cliff, but failed when one member tried to shoot his hands off. The death of his brother was devastating to him. It made him swear off criminal activity from that point forward. He wished that he didn't have to learn this lesson in a cruel way, but he did at least take solace in the fact that he had learned. The event caused his family to shatter when he was taken into the care of his uncle, Old Man Sakob. Here, he learned to be a better man, as he now knew that his actions had consequences. The bigger the action, the bigger the consequence. He views his brother's death as a sign from God himself. He wasn't that devout, but as a man of the Jewish faith, he at least believed in God, and followed all the rules as the Torah states like many others. He also maintained the athletic body that he used in his criminal days. He still wanted that, for he knew that he could use it for good instead of for illicit acts. This led him to get a football scholarship later on at Capital City University in Midgman, New York. It was there that he met Cloud Richards, his college roommate. He wasn't smart as Cloud, he knew that for certain. What he also knew was that he gained a close bond to the future scientist. He also met another figure in college, a man whose arrogance drove him to the hospital and expulsion from the campus. The man in question, of course, not Barrett. Just to clear up confusion. He never met the man after that point, at least, not yet. A dramatic reveal is fast approaching in the modern day. Everyone will see the grand entrance of the leader of Latveria. Unfortunately, that story has yet to be told. On the positive side, his tale shall be next in line for presentation. Keep your eyes out for that. Now, back to Barry's past. The friendship he had with Cloud will slowly dissipate after college. They kept in touch, but Barry was concerned with another matter. He wished to do what he believed was the maximally good thing he could do: serve his country. He wanted to protect as many people as he could. He studied and trained to enter the Air Force branch of the United States military. His diligence and discipline would make him rise through the ranks fairly quickly. He wasn't the most skilled pilot in the Air Force, but he was good enough to do numerous stealth missions. He earned high regard for his service. One day, after he had left the military, he got a call from Reed Richards, his old friend. Richards recommended Grimace to be the pilot in the space project in Latveria, and he would like if he came along. Barry agreed. You know what happens next. Spaceflight, magic cosmic rays, you all know it by now. I said it 3 times already. It's an annoyance to have to repeat myself like that. I'm at least glad this is the final time I had to do it. Now, let's see what that did to him. The effects on him were the most drastic, arguably. His skin slowly hardened, and rock formations protruded from his shoulders and forearm. He lost all of his hair, and his eyes yellowed. Once his transformation was complete, what looked like an unnaturally human rock structure of orange stone stood in his place. This was all the effect of the magical element imbued within the cosmic rays. It actualized his desire to be strong, so he may better protect everyone. As a Jewish man, he instantly thought of a moniker that best suited his new form: the Golem. Just as the Golem of Jewish folklore protected his people, he now has a body to help the people of the world. That was one of the reasons that led to the creation of the Fantasy Four. We've come full circle. The roster that is the Fantasy Four is now complete. However, there are still things I would like to discuss regarding them. I've already alluded to the leader of Nibble Advarian and have guaranteed that his story will be told next. I'm not sure when that will come out, given the recent trend of long spans of time between each tale. Rest assured that it will come out at some point. Until then, these tales have reached their conclusion. I hope you have enjoyed the story. I will see you next time. If that will be a week from now or in a few months' time, I'm not sure. What is certain is my return. Until then, goodbye.
Well, that was definitely a good episode, wasn't it? Boy, I had fun making that. The stories were a bit short, didn't really expand on any of them that much, but I think it's good still. Double feature, not bad, not bad. Oh right, I have to apologize to Lily the editor. Hey, Lily, presumably. I'm sorry about rejecting your audio. I don't want to come off as rude. I didn't mean to. But there was just problems with it. Yeah, I'm sorry. Just have to address that, at least by the end of this episode. So, forgive me. Please. And with that all out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. And until then, I'm going to be making videos regardless if you subscribe or not. Until then, bye.